Hello people and welcome to another Planetside 2 video. I hope you're all doing good. My name is MattiAce and this is going to be my third tutorial, my third infantry tutorial, which is mostly going to be dedicated to burst fire. What you see me doing here is what I have described earlier. This is called quick bursting, where you almost keep the same fire rate as you would do if you were firing the gun fully automatic. But there is a major difference between firing fully automatic and quick bursting, and that's part of what this tutorial is going to be about. When I'm in game like this, I react to whatever situation, and that's what decides what kind of burst I use at the moment. I switch it up constantly, but most of the times with a slow firing gun like this default gun of the engineer class as NC, I put 2 or 3 bullets into each burst, but not always. So first of all, I want to show you again, like I did in the former burst fire tutorial, the difference it makes if you use burst fire instead of fully automatic fire. That first one was obviously fully automatic, and here I'm going to do some quick bursting. So it's one clip, 40 bullets, straight into the wall here. I'm trying to keep the aim as tight as possible, and here you can see the result. Now the way I decided to do this little test or whatever is that I put my back towards the wall and shoot on the other wall, just to make sure that I have the same range all the time. Now I do use the forward grip on all weapons that I use, but on this NC weapon, the mercenary, I also have the flash suppressor attached. So as you can see here, you will clearly benefit from using quick bursting compared to fully automatic fire. So this is by quickly tapping the left mouse button and slowly pulling your mouse down in order to compensate for the recoil. If you're uncertain of how to do this, if you haven't done it before, try to control it so that you always have the same amount of bullets in each burst, just for your own control and for your own practice. I'm gonna show you this in a few seconds here. Let me just show you the result I got by comparing burst fire and fully automatic with the Vanu weapon as well, the Solstice. Like with the other weapons, I have the forward grip and the infrared night vision scope attached. Now the result I get here is a bit different. I don't have the same amount of spread with fully automatic using the Solstice as I have with the other two weapons. So now try to put 2 bullets in each burst, or 3, make your own choice, but whatever choice you make, stick with it. It's a little bit harder with 2 bullets per burst, especially with the fast firing track 5, but the thing is to be able to control it, to be able to know how fast you have to lift up your finger in order to not fire more than 2 bullets. I messed it up at least twice during this little test here. This is the result I got from just firing this slowly. And the thing is that firing this slowly, you don't need to recoil compensate, and that makes things a lot harder once you get to quick bursting. Here I will do the same thing, or I will attempt to do the same thing, but with 3 bullets per burst, and as you can tell, I haven't been playing with this gun for a while, so I messed it up quite a few times. But yeah, just keep practicing and hopefully you will do this much better than I did. As you also can clearly see, the weapon spread is much greater once you put more than 2 bullets into each burst, so that's good to keep in mind once the range is longer than what you see here. Now the next thing you want to do is to try to build up speed, which is what you see me doing here, and again, this is still so slow that you don't need to recoil compensate. Your weapon will automatically get back into the previous position if you just fire a couple of bullets like this. Now once you get more speed than this, you have to start recoil compensating, because if you don't, this is what's gonna happen. And that amount of recoil is actually more than if you would fire fully automatic. And that means that if you don't do this correctly, if you don't recoil compensate correctly when burst firing or when quick bursting, you are actually going to have a worse experience than if you were firing fully automatic. So if you look at the result of this little test here, I have my back towards the wall and I'm kind of quick bursting here. Or this lack of weapon spread, you don't get this with fully automatic. So let's see what this looks like when put into practice. Also, when I'm in game like this, I don't try to think of this in terms of numbers or in terms of time, how fast I do some things or how many bullets I put into each burst. These are all reflexes. I started working on this years back, and I kind of react to whatever happens in the game, or however the weapon behaves, or what kind of, well, hello sir, or what kind of hit registration I get. Now one thing that I haven't covered before and something that I haven't brought up yet is that in almost every in-game combat situation you see me in, I always move around while firing, and this makes it a lot harder to keep your aim on the target, and it gives you more bullet spread. The reason why I do this is obviously because I want it to be as hard as possible for the enemies to hit me while I'm firing back at them. Whether or not this is something you feel that you can do, or if you want to wait with this and work on it later, that has to be your own decision. It's not something I will cover in this tutorial, but hopefully I'll be able to figure out a way to explain it later on. I also want to give you another little tip. I ended up playing a little bit of heavy assault here. I started reloading even though there was no need for it, and what you can do is that you can stop the reloading animation by quickly tapping 2 and 1 back again. That way you stop the reloading animation by bringing out your pistol and then switching back to your gun again. It's an old trick that works in almost every first-person shooter out there. So now there are a few situations where I actually fire fully automatic, obviously not here, but in absolutely close combat situations where I just run and gun and hip fire, I fire fully automatic. This is one of those situations. I see no need for burst firing here. But obviously, the further away your target is from you, the more control you have to have of your burst. In a situation like this, the thing that defines what kind of bursts I use is the hit registration or the lack of hit registration I get while firing. So when I do get hit registration, I try to keep firing on the target. When I lose the hit registration, I take a pause, I readjust, and then try to get my aim on the target again until I can finally pick him off.
Yeah, that's right.
Now, if you do get hit registration constantly, you can keep up your burst and you can actually speed it up a little bit. Here I'm being a little bit extra careful for no reason, but I was able to pick him off nevertheless. I'll have to take out the Sunderer here with the rocket. Next up here I have to go against a heavy assault, and he obviously has seen us. He shoots a rocket, and obviously I'm spotted here because he tries to fire upon me even when I'm behind cover here. Yeah, he spotted me, I spotted him. He obviously knows how to aim, cause he's hit me quite a few times here. And I try to be a bit careful, cause heavy assaults will be able to absorb more damage than we can do as engineers, especially if they activate the shield. I also believe they have a few guns that are better at range than the one that I have. That's why I'm a bit careful. But now there's also an infiltrator here. I was almost sniped there, and I put a couple of bullets into him. And at the same time I lost the heavy assault. I don't really know where he is at the moment.
Spotted a hostile infiltrator. Stay alert. And
Look at these bending rockets. Oh, that was close, dude.
What? Did I just get
I left your channel.
Oh, I did.
So I got him with a grenade. That's a bit anticlimactic, but I'm sure that if he knew I was recording this for a burst fire tutorial, he would have just let me kill him with the rifle, but how could he know, right? So anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you so much for watching, and please let me know what you think. I hope it helped, because obviously that's the purpose with a tutorial. And yeah, there is more coming, so by all means stay tuned, and bye for now.
Enemy medic spotted. I think I broke it. Enemy heavy spotted.
Chad, they got the main door.